What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be showing you how to knit. So as you can see in my shorts, I've been knitting and crocheting. So I'm going to show you how to knit. So first you need 2 knitting needles, or you can use like sticks. I started with sticks first. And when I started knitting, I used sticks, so you can also use sticks. But you're going to need 2 knitting needles, some yarn, and that's all you need to knit. So I'm going to detach a little bit of the yarn from the side, and sometimes the yarn might be inside the holes. Just check there, and then once you have that piece of yarn, you're going to actually make a slip knot. So the way you make a slip knot is first grab the edge of that like yarn, okay? And grab like the yarn like that, like this. Then after put it like that, okay? Like that. That's how sometimes I do it. Then after, just wrap it around one time so you have a little hole, like a little hole like that. Then after, you can see that this end right here, this yarn comes from this end, and this end is on the bottom, so you're gonna need to grab that and then push it through and make a slip knot. Then you made a slip knot. After, you're going to get one of your knitting needles. You're going to place that slip knot into your knitting needle. Then take the yarn that's attached to the ball of yarn. Then you're going to push it a little tight. So, now, to cast on, to do stitches, what you're going to do, I need to get closer to the camera. What you're going to do is the same thing what you did with the slip knot, just a little different. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab the yarn exactly like that. Again, put your finger over it. Now do that little hole that you did before. Then after, you're not going to make a slip knot. You're just going to put that little hole onto it. Okay. That little hole onto it. Then you're going to tighten it just a little bit. Now you're going to do it as many times as you want, but you can do it as many times as you want depending on how much space there is on your needle or stick. Now I'm going to show you one last time just in case you forgot. You're going to do the hole again, okay? Just like that. You can do it quickly like that. A normal little hole, just strings and then a hole. There we go. And then after, you're going to place it on your knitting needle. Do what you did with the slip knot. Tighten it a little bit, okay? Do it again. See? And then all you gotta do is do it as many times as you want. I'm gonna do it 10 times. So, and now I got 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. I'm usually doing it with my left hand. I feel comfortable with my left hand. So I'm going to show you one more time. You're going to hold the string, okay? After, put your finger around, just like that. Then you have a little hole, like that. You have a little hole. You can keep it on your finger too, okay? So once you do that, you have a little hole and put your needle inside. So here's an easier way to show you. So you grab like that, and then you grab your hand like that, go around, make the yarn around your index finger or pointer finger, and then you have a little hole. Place your needle through it like that, and then you keep doing it like that as many times as you want. I don't know how long I'm gonna go, so that's how you cast on, and those what you're making on your needle or stitches. So those stitches allow you to knit as much as you want. So there we go. Now we have put some stitches on our needle. You can like stretch it out a little bit, you know, as you want it. So that's how it could look. It could look like, it might look a little different. So as you can see, this little bottom right here is like more longer. That's because you haven't started knitting yet, but the stitches are on. So what you could, that end has to be on your right. So I'm gonna show you. If I'm knitting, okay, wait, I'm gonna show you real quick. So I'm gonna do this opposite. If you're right-handed like me, you're gonna use the needle that's not like has any stitches on it, and you're gonna knit with that onto the left one, and you're gonna keep repeating. So as you can see, it's the opposite because I'm looking in my direction, you're looking in the opposite direction. So I'm gonna show you. So I am right-handed, so this is how I look at it when I'm knitting, okay? And as you can see, this side is on the left, okay? If I'm knitting, this side has to be on the right, okay? I just thought of it. So when you're knitting, this has to go inside. But when you're knitting, the stitches have to be facing this needle, okay? So when I knit, okay, see that is facing this needle, making it so it's on the right. So make sure it's on the right. Now, this is how to knit. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your needle, okay, the needle that has no stitches with your right hand, if you're right-handed, and then once you do that, you're gonna take a stitch. So you always have to do it in order. I'm gonna put this down so it doesn't fall. You have to do it in order. 1 second, please. My yarns keep falling. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna place that there then. So you're gonna knit in order. So first you're gonna do the first stitch. It always has to be on the top. So you're gonna place this needle on the top. So what you could do is you can grab it with your finger and then extend it a little bit. So after, you're gonna place this on the top like that. I'm actually gonna show you differently. Wait. So now I'm showing you. So as you can see, this side, I don't know why it's blurry. Why is it blurry? No. 6. There we go. I'm zooming in just a little bit. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, this, okay, I'm just gonna zoom out there. So as you can see, this is facing this needle. That's how it's supposed to be, okay? So when you're knitting, you have to take this and then put it on the first top stitch right there. You're gonna place it in. Don't place it forward. You have to place it on the back like that. Okay, as you can see, it's on the back. You're gonna get the yarn that's attached to the stitch. You're gonna place it around and inside. So then the yarn is in between those needles. And after, what you're gonna do is you're gonna scoop it up. Okay, you're gonna scoop it up. So wait, I'm gonna show you guys. So you're gonna take this needle. It's hard to see. Wait. I'm gonna take this needle and then scoop that yarn with this stitch. Okay, so you're gonna scoop it up just like that. And after, you're gonna take that off. Now you might have a little string right there. That's okay. Now you're gonna do it again with the other stitch. Okay, remember, put the needle through, but on the back, put the yarn in the middle. So in between that, okay, in between the needles. And then after, scoop it up, take it out. Okay, remember, needle on the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Okay, needle on the back, put the yarn in between, take it out. Needle on the back, yarn in the middle, scoop it, take it out. Okay, I'm gonna show you again. So you take your needle, and then you're gonna place it in. What I like to do when I'm knitting, I normally speed knit, but that's how I do it. So you're gonna place it in the back. That's what I like to do. I just go like that. But anyways, you can do it however you want. You just have to have the needle on the back, okay? So this has the stitches, and then this needle that you're knitting with is on the back. So this one that has the stitches are in front. So then after, you're gonna take your yarn, place it in between. So you're gonna put it around, but make sure it's not on that. So around this needle, just like that, but not on that one, just around on this needle. And then after, you see it's in between, so you're gonna scoop it up like that, and then take this part off, okay? Remember, now something that you can say in your mind when you're knitting, just in case you forget, put the needle on the back and the yarn in between, scoop it out, take it out. Needle on the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Okay? Needle on the back, yarn around, scoop it, take it out. Needle on the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. And sometimes you might take like a little piece of yarn out of like a stitch or like the yarn, and that's okay. Just take that little piece off, and if you get that. So remember, I'm gonna show you one last time. You're gonna, well, not the last time, but you're gonna take your needle, place it on the back, okay? So not in front of this, on the back. So then this needle is in front of that needle, so you have a little X, okay? You have a little X, but this one's on the back. Take your yarn, place it around this needle that's on the back that you're knitting with, but not on that needle, okay? I'm gonna show you again. So take the yarn around, so then the yarn is in between. I'm making sure you guys can see it. So as you can see, the yarn is in between. So then after, you're gonna take this needle and then you're gonna place it under. So you're gonna scoop that yarn and place it out. Then you just keep doing it. That's how it is. You just keep doing it when you're knitting. Now, you might be saying, hey, that's kind of boring, but it's actually relaxing. So when you're like angry or like sad, or you're not relaxed, you're furious, then you could like start knitting because you're just doing it over and over again, so it's relaxing. Okay, so you keep doing it, okay? Just keep doing it. Yarn, you just keep doing it. Sorry, and I'm sorry about the noise in the background, but anyways. So, remember, needle on the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Needle on the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. And I'm going to show you a little more, okay? Make sure needle's on the back. Now I'm going to place it like this so you guys can see. So, place it around. As you can see, you guys are seeing right now. You guys are seeing it, yarn in between, then scoop it out, okay? Scoop it out and then take that out, okay? So when you're knitting, when you're knitting and you scoop it out, you see like this, that you take that out, okay? So you're just gonna keep doing it over and over again until the whole row is like finished, okay? Now I keep doing it. Keep doing it. Okay, remember, needle on the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Needle on the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Needle on the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Now, as you can see, I finished with that row, okay? I finished. Now, it's on the other needle. So, I did a lot of stitches, and that's okay. Okay, so as you can see, I did a lot of stitches. It's like, it almost fills the needle. But that depends on how long the needle is. Okay, so as you can see, when we put the stitches on, it wasn't that big. But as you can see, it's growing. That's what you want to do when when you're knitting, because once you do it over and over and over again, it's gonna grow longer, 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 and longer. You can make a scarf, and you can do whatever you want with knitting. You can stitch it up, and you can knit it around, but that is okay. Now, I personally don't knit in the round. When I'm knitting, I just take it out and then like sew it together. But this is knitting, not knitting in the round. So we're gonna do it again. Make sure put the needle in the back, okay? And then place the needle in the back. Then take the yarn, put it around this needle, and then scoop it. Take it out, okay? See, simple as that. Okay, and then once you're doing it, and once you got comfortable doing it, once you got comfortable doing it, and it's like not like hard, you can like do it normally, fastly, as just like what I'm doing. But I can go way more faster than this. I just want you guys to see like how you can do it when you're relaxed. So when you're knitting, you can get relaxed, you can get chilled because you're doing it over and over again, and it makes it relaxing. So I'll show you one last time. You're gonna place the needle in the back, and then you're gonna take the yarn around that needle, but not on that, just on this one. So it's in between the stitch, and then after you're gonna scoop that yarn out, and then scoop it out, place it on your needle, and after take the rest out, just like that. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay, so a little song you could like do in your head, just so you can like do it. You could say, needle in the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Needle in the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Needle in the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Needle in the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Needle in the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Needle in the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Needle in the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Needle in the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Okay, that's a little song you could do. So I'm gonna. Okay, I took a little more yarn out of my yarn ball. Okay, so remember, needle in the back, yarn in between, scoop it, take it out. Needle in the back, yarn in between, scoop it, and then take it out. Okay, remember that in your head. Okay, needle in the back, yarn in between. Needle in the back, yarn in between, scoop it, okay, and then take it out. Remember that. So once you're knitting, you don't forget. And that's the whole thing of knitting, doing it over and over, so then it grows So you have to keep doing it with the needle until like you're done with the whole row. Okay. So I am done with the row. I am done with the row. So there we go. As you can see, it's getting longer. So if you want like to make a scarf, you're just gonna keep doing it until it like gets longer and longer. But yeah, that's how you knit. So I'm actually gonna show you. I'm actually gonna show you again. Okay, I'm gonna show you again. Remember. So you're gonna place your needle in the back, okay, in the back, and after you're gonna place this yarn around like that, so then it's in between, it's like on the stitch laying there in between the two needles, and after you can take this needle and after scoop it out just like that. And as you can see this is facing this needle, so it's facing on the right. That's how you always had to do. So I'm actually gonna finish this, so then I'm gonna show you. Okay, so as you can see, I'm actually speed knitting. So I'm speed knitting, so then it goes way more faster. But I'm just gonna speed it up. So yeah, I'm just gonna speed it up. Just wait. Let's just keep going. Okay, so I have finished. So I am actually gonna take out some more yarn off of this yarn ball, okay? Because this is making it so hard. So now I took off some more yarn to knit with. So now you have this, okay? So whenever you're knitting, obviously whenever you're knitting, it's, say this needle had all of this stitches, okay, and I was knitting like that. As you can see, this has to be facing this needle. So when you're knitting, the whole thing has to be facing this needle, or as you see it on the right. Okay, when you're knitting, this has to be facing this needle. So once you're knitting, this becomes on the left. So you don't keep knitting like that. No, what you're gonna do is once you're done knitting the row, you're gonna flip the thing over. So then it's actually facing it. So that's how you do it. And I'm actually gonna do a little transition. So then I can show you once it's long. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So after you think it's long enough, so you have to keep going over and over again. So once you think it's long enough, you have to cast off. So to cast off, you're gonna do it. You're gonna knit 2 stitches like normally, like that. Okay. Just knit 2 stitches. After that, you can either use your hand or your needle. So you're gonna put your needle in there, like on the bottom stitch. Show you again. You're gonna place this needle that you don't knit with normally on the bottom stitch, like that. After, you're gonna scoop it up like if you were knitting, but differently. And you could also use your hands. So you're gonna knit 1 stitch again, and then you could also use your hand to place it out. I usually use my hand because I don't feel comfortable doing it like that. But that's how you cast off. So you keep doing it like that, just like that. So after you cast off, and then you keep doing it until you're on. Okay. So I'm gonna show you again. You're gonna knit 1 stitch as like normal. Okay, 1 stitch because you already have a stitch right there. So you need 2 stitches. Then you're gonna take your needle, place it on the bottom, right there, and then you're gonna scoop it with the needle, like if you were knitting, but different. Now I'm gonna show you again, but with your hand. So you're gonna knit 1 stitch because you already have a stitch, so you need 2 stitches. Then you're gonna grab that and then scoop it up if you want to use your hand. So that's what you have to, and then you keep going until you finish. Wait. So when you're on your last stitch, you're gonna knit that stitch like normal and then cast it off like normal. Okay, and then boom, you're on your last stitch, but then you got that. So what you're gonna do is you're actually gonna place it like that. You're gonna take it off. So we have this stitch. Place it on your finger so it doesn't like come out. Then you're gonna need some scissors. I'm gonna get some scissors. Wait. So after you got scissors, you're gonna keep that stitch, but here you can see that this yarn is still attached to the stitch. So you're gonna cut some of that yarn off. Okay, not a lot, just enough. Here, it's a little hard to cut. So after you cut that yarn, you're actually gonna place the yarn in the stitch like that. So you have that, and then you're gonna like tighten it, and then you have your little old knot. So there it is. That's how to knit. And what I like to do is I like to make more knots on. So you can even make like more knots, and so it's more secure. But yeah, that's how to knit. Yeah, wait, I'm gonna do my outro. Wait. Yeah, so that's how to knit. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and goodbye.